So the Internal Revenue Service, or IRS, was audited and now on blast for destroying an estimated 30 million paper filed information returns. And look, this is pretty surprising because there were millions of people who saw their tax returns delayed last year, and even today, some taxpayers are still dealing with delays in 2022. And so we're finally starting to uncover some of the real issues that were happening behind the scenes at the IRS. In fact, one lawmaker is calling for the IRS commissioner to be replaced immediately because for a while they've been hearing complaints from taxpayers about, the long waits for tax refunds and stimulus payments, or taxpayers getting alarming IRS letters and notices, or the extreme difficulty to reach anyone at the IRS by phone. So this video is a news update about what's been going on at the IRS. So if you appreciate receiving this type of news, all I ever ask for you to do is hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. That way other people like you can find this video and hear about this news. Stay tuned. Hey there, and if you're new, welcome to our channel. I'm Sean with Life Accounting, the accounting company that helps you save on taxes and build more wealth. All right, let's talk about number one, what happened. So last week, the tax administration released a report from an audit they did, noting that the IRS decided in March of 2021 to destroy nearly 30 million paper information returns simply because of its inability to process all the paper returns that it had received. Now look, delays are one thing, but deleting information, well, that's a whole nother level. And people aren't happy. In fact, one lawmaker, Democrat Bill Pascrell, had this to say, quote, "The manner by which we are learning about the destruction of unprocessed paperwork is just the latest example of the lackadaisical attitude from Mr. Rettig, who is the current U.S. Commissioner of the Internal Revenue, by the way." So Bill Pascrell goes on to say, "This latest revelation adds to the public's plummeting confidence in our unfair two-tier tax system. That confidence cannot recover if all American people see at the IRS is incompetence and catastrophe." Now look, this isn't a political video, but I have to admit there are some politics in his statements because, the IRS commissioner was appointed by President Trump and Bill Pascrell is a Democrat. But at the same time, we cannot ignore the truth, and there are many taxpayers and tax professionals who feel the exact same way, with one enrolled agent, Phyllis Joe Keeby, saying, "I was horrified when I read the report describing the destruction of the paper filed information returns." Okay, so we understand what happened and we know that people are angry, but a big question still remains, Why did the IRS have to delete the information? Well, thankfully, we can talk about that in number two, the IRS Response and Defense. So basically, the IRS said that 99% of information returns were already processed and the remaining 1% was destroyed due to, and I quote, "a software limitation," and to make room for the next tax season. And so at the core, the agency said that this situation reflects, quote, "significant issues posed by antiquated IRS technology." So in other words, they weren't able to process all the information returns because they are still using old software or computers. Now, at this point, you may be asking yourself, okay, Sean, I keep hearing about information returns. What exactly is that? Good question. So something that many people don't know and what the IRS had to make clear was, information returns are not the same as tax returns. Let me repeat that, An information return is not the same as a tax return. So an information return is a mandatory form that third parties like businesses or health insurance providers or financial institutions and universities must give to government agencies and taxpayers in order to verify their taxable income and payments. So for example, your employer may process a W-3 and give you a W-2 to report to the federal government exactly how much income you made and how much taxes you've paid. Other examples of information returns will be stuff like 1099 miscellaneous forms or 1099 non-employee compensation forms or W-2 forms or 1099-B forms or mortgage interest statements and so on. And so this type of information is what the IRS deleted, which again supposedly was only 1% of the information received, as the agency goes on to say there were no negative taxpayer consequences as a result of this action. Taxpayers have not been and will not be subject to penalties resulting from this action from the IRS. But some people have been reporting, in fact, that they've received some unexpected IRS letters and notices from the IRS. And this information is usually put into a system to find discrepancies, which means that these notices could be sent out to someone in error. And so I want to hear from you, okay? Are you experiencing tax refund delays or tax return delays, or have you received a surprising IRS letter? Please tell me down in the comment section below. Okay, let's move on to number 3 and talk about where things stand now. So we know that the IRS has deleted information. Okay, we know that people and elected officials are angry about this. Okay, we understand that the IRS claims that this will have no impact on tax returns. So the biggest thing right now with this whole situation is one word: trust, especially for third parties and small business owners who stress out every year, every January, to accurately prepare these information returns and file them on time. And so if the IRS is going to just destroy this information, it kind of feels like they don't really care about it. At the same time, it further damages the IRS reputation, and now people will start to wonder, okay, is this notice or this letter that I'm receiving actually accurate, or is the IRS experiencing some issues again because my return still hasn't processed? So it kind of puts the burden on the IRS instead of the taxpayer. And in order for tax professionals and taxpayers to pay their fair share of taxes, then we need to believe in the system that is put in place in order for us to do so. So they've definitely got some work to do in regaining the trust of some taxpayers. Now, overall, I believe in the system and the IRS to do their job, so I want to see them correct their mistakes and introduce better systems, hire more people, and really make processing tax returns a smooth process for all Americans. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this news update and my perspective. If you did, please share in the comment section below and tell me what you think about all of this. Coming up next, I have 2 more videos you may enjoy as well, so make sure you check those out if you haven't already, and I'll see you over there.